Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Israel. Welcome once again to the Outer Worlds 2. And yes, we're back on the Undisputed Claim, engaging in corporate shenanigans. Yeah, we need to smear the exec who's been running the grafting program, make sure he doesn't come crawling out of the woodwork. But there's also some other stuff that needs to be taken care of. Most notably, we need to deal with this. The proprietor of the Bottom Runger has a new drink recipe, and there's an unknown individual showing up at the Esplanade with a mop and a security detail. Quite why the janitor needs a bodyguard is an odd question, but we're gonna find out his story as well. But first and foremost, let's go... Yes, let's go smear the exec. So... Willard Conan needs to be thoroughly buried. Shouldn't be a problem. Act. Hello, broadcast studio. Yank.
Sorry, in the midst of composing my latest product-oriented dramatization. Talk later.
Okay. Fine by me.
Yes, I understand I may look in charge, but I'm just minding the desk for our esteemed director, the real talent, as they say.
That's how ego says.
On the broadcast, urgently. Can you help with that?
Not unless you need any clever pointers on enunciation. Our director, however, is in one of the recording booths, through the door to your left. You'll want to speak with her.
Okay, works for me. Not much of a gatekeeper, is he? Ooh, all sorts of interesting little artifacts. Are any of them nickable? No. Oh, well, can't have it all. Right, recording room 1. Here we are.
Welcome to Wireless Free Arcadia Studios. Thessaly Fogg, Director of Talent Placation and General Runnings.
Talent placation, eh?
Or in the market for autographs.
Holt sent me to speak with you. I got a message I'd like to send out over the wireless. Trust me. This is one all the folk in Auntie's Choice won't want to miss.
Is that so? Well, the more riveting the content, the larger our commission.
Well, here's a doozy.
You're without an appointment, and I'm quite busy. I'm afraid I've only time to record one take. Do make it count. Shall we begin?
Okay, sooner we get the word out, the better.
Glad we're in agreement. I'm here to expose the truth about a prominent vice president. His business dealings are not what they seem.
That's quite the bold claim. Now remember to speak into the mic, dear. Enunciate clearly, but with feeling. Inhabit the words. Be the message. Joining us today in the studio is a very special guest and rare specimen indeed. A grafted soldier. And one who alleges that one of Auntie's own vice presidents is not who he seems. Take it away.
Inez Seelong speaking. I got intel on an illegal program led by Vice President of Experimental Operations, Willard Conan. Folk aplenty suffered because of it.
Some say there cannot be success without suffering. It's more or less standard operating procedure, isn't it? Unless you're leaving out any gory details.
Oh, we've got the gory details, all right. We allowed his subjects to experiment on dead soldiers. It's inhumane.
Some within our organization might call that frugal, thrifty even. That is, why waste a perfectly good resource when no one else has use for it?
These are human beings I'm speaking of, not barrels of void damn uranium. They were good folk who didn't know what they were signing up for. They deserved better. But if that ain't incriminating enough for you, Willard had himself some money problems, which ain't too distant from a grave sin far as Auntie's concerned.
Grave in both senses.
Now we're getting somewhere. Tell me, did he squander all his bits on drink?
Nope.
Bet it all on a tarmac and cheese rebranding? Or worse? Thoroughly recount every lurid detail?
He was stealing from Auntie. Oh, there was something I missed. Okay.
He stole from Auntie directly. I have here, in his own words, an admission to the crime. It's go-getterness gone too far. And you know what happens to one of Auntie's nephews who misbehaves?
They get spanked.
Differous. Couldn't hardly get more sensational than that if we tried. The audience will be on the edge of their seat hearing all the ghastly minutiae about this scandal.
I think we did it. Won't know for sure until the broadcast airs, of course, but Law, I reckon I might finally be able to put this to rest. For Ortiz. For everyone.
Yay!
Oh, Inez, almost forgot. We have a bit of a goodie bag for special guests who visit the studio. You qualify. Do collect it from the front desk on your way out.
Okay, works for me. Yoink. And critically, I can get more skills. So up to 10 there, speech 11, and observation 11, I think. Apply those and perk up, and this time I'm definitely taking pickpocket. I thought I already had it, but apparently not. Come on, where is it? Deep drums, travel researcher, point blank artist. Oh. There we go, pickpocket. Yoinked. Grabbed. Yes. Legal? No. Useful? Very. And a hat. Ooh, Inez's advanced mod kit. Where, hey! Right, we had better get back to an engineering terminal at some point, but next priority is the forbidden secrets of the undisputed claim. So what's been going on here? Right. How bad are they then? Right, intoxicant facilitator, eh? Hi. There was a man here earlier hollering about some special drink.
Yeah, all the yelling. Could listen to that all day, every day. Actually, I have. That'd be Melquiades. Afraid he stepped away to his office.
Oh? Where's that located? Save me a trip. Do you know the recipe for a raptidon bite?
Think the boss would share that with me? I'm just a lowly factotum around here. I mean, I actually been concocting my own cocktail creations in my odd-off hour. I'm very creative, but, you know, he don't care.
Uh-huh. You ever come up with your own secret recipe?
In fact, I have. I once made a drink called Death by Purple Berry and also Uranium Poisoning. Very high concept. Only a select clientele would appreciate it. Fleetingly.
Let me guess. Genuine Zeranium. Where's the proprietor?
He's around the corner to the right, just past the stairs. Likely find him whipping up a fresh batch of Raptidon Bite cocktails. Won't do it in front of me.
Why not?
The drink's quite a hit around here, and it's Melquiades' own proprietary recipe. People would literally kill to find it out.
I should go.
More's the pity.
Well. Who wants to bet he's using genuine imitation Raptidon venom? And there's the office. Of course there's a guard on the office. Hi? Hi. Good lord, what happened here?
You're here for Melquiades Alcantara. Afraid you're a mite bit late.
Yeah, I can see that. Let me guess, disgruntled customer?
Investigator Yoshida, Department of Excessive Corporate Malfeasance. Did you know the deceased?
Nope. I just stopped by to ask about their secret recipe.
Seems like you're not the only one. Were you aware if he had any business rivals, any disgruntled employees? Deals gone sour?
Probably. Aren't all employees disgruntled? I just assume everyone in Auntie's Choice is tinctured on the brink of murder.
Are you asking the questions now? Thought this worked the other way.
Oh yeah, it does. I didn't know Auntie's Choice had law enforcement, or laws for that matter.
We mostly just make sure no one's sloppy enough to get caught. If they do, we throw the book at them. And it's a large book.
Yay.
It leaves quite a mark. Of course we have laws. Anyone breaks a few in a flagrant or particularly inept fashion, they need to be held accountable, or everyone's bottom line suffers.
Okay. Can I go now? Wait, am I a suspect?
No, it would make my day if you were to blame. I only cover internal rivalries. As an outsider, you'd be someone else's department to worry about.
Ah, great. Okay.
You're clear to saunter freely. Well, maybe someone over at the bottom runger knows something. But remember,
Maybe.
taste more and feel less. Anti-Fizzo's numb rum.
Right, let's see. Mag pick. Trauma kit. Melchiades' corpse. Doesn't look like we've got a crime scene to investigate here. Okay, let's head for the bottom runner then. There has clearly been murder most foul.
Look who's back.
Your boss won't be. Your boss is dead. Any enemies?
I know one. Valo Andrews, owner of the Best Choice. Wasn't too keen on our success. Melchiades said she's meaner than a bag of raptidons. I'll miss his wit.
Melchiades apparently had a bit of a raptidon obsession going on. Never met her?
The only way I'd ever make it in that place is crawling through a vent. Some of us have pride.
Ah, well, that is actually an option. I should go.
Till next we meet.
Alright, so back to the Best Choice. Oh,
Hey, didn't you hear me growl in a discouraging manner? The first testee ain't to be disturbed.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm gonna, converserate a little.
what's this guy in the
Just
secret level
wait over
episode?
there for me or something.
As you wish. Retreating to hover at a respectful distance.
Sorry, they get a mite carried away some, most
Oh,
times.
okay. The first testee here. Sounds like you're an honored guest.
Oh, that. Yeah. Wish they wouldn't say that. Ain't accustomed to fancy titles. Mind them. They're here to make sure nothing happens. To me, that is. On account of being a close personal friend of Auntie Cleo. It's all a bit much, to be honest. But I guess it's like Auntie always says. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing completely.
You began to call Auntie a different name there.
Ah, she don't go by that no more. Guess I'm still not used to calling her Auntie. Auntie. Huh. There, maybe that'll do it. Anyhow, probably shouldn't just mull about here engaging in idle talk. If she saw me, she'd probably chide me for being overly friendly with everyone, like she used to.
Enough of that. You ain't idling. You're networking. Expanding business opportunities. That's my go-to line anyway.
Oh, guess I was at that, huh? Thanks. Like your arm, by the way. Mine are just boring metal.
Yeah, there's a story there.
It saves me from small talk, mostly. Ain't many folk who aren't put off by the limb and avoid me entirely, if I'm honest.
Okay, well, how about grabbing a brew then?
Wait, really? Why, sure. I mean, guess I can't see the harm. Hey, stay here, will you? Me and my new friend here, we're just going over there to the bottom runger to talk.
Staying put, but keeping alert as if our jobs and our lives depended on it.
Because they probably do. Meet the bottom runner.
Bob off.
Oh, wow, okay. So, old friend of Auntie's. Opportunity to pump for info on Artie could be handy. Right.
Need anything?
Let me see what we've got to offer.
Sorry, I don't know how to make them.
Okay, well, the rest of it's all num rum, yeah. Well, I'm okay for food at the moment, so that's fine. Where's... Ah, there he is. Oh, wow, he actually, all four limbs are bionics.
Right, so how does this all work exactly? They bring you a drink, and then people just converserate?
Yep. Yes, but small talk is for small people.
Oh, right, and I'd add that big talk is for big people who matter. So we don't talk about work matters or our day. Okay then. What other sort of stuff you want to talk about? The weather, maybe?
You started to call Auntie another name before. What does she used to go by?
Oh, Felicity. Felicity Carroll. Dr. Felicity Carroll. Eventually.
Uh-huh.
So, guess she's Dr. Auntie Cleo now, technically? If that's how that works? She came to be lead scientist of research and development at Numa Experimental Station. I knew her when she was just Felicity, back in the good old days, when the company still did, you know, human testing first, instead of just letting stuff willy-nilly out into the wild like now. I was her best test subject.
Okay, what happened to the worst one? Not many people can say that.
Guess that's why them guards call me the first testee. Hadn't occurred to me before. Auntie must have come up with it.
So what was she like back then?
Sure was determined. I'll tell you what. Made her own healing grease in a rusty old can of Spacer's chalk. Got one of them entry science jobs at Auntie Cleo. You know, the corporation, not the person. Was a whole different person back then, if you can believe it. Started scaling the corporate ladder right quick. Weren't too long before she left the colony completely.
Okay. Dallas regretted leaving you behind?
Think? I'd sure like to think so. Not that I'd want her to feel bad or sad or nothing.
No, of course.
Aw, you got me reminiscing something fierce. Did I mention she and I shared an expired chum bar once? Good times.
Eat food once? Is that? Is that so? Recall anything else about her? I don't know. Even greater import?
Maybe I can remember other important things like that. I'll sure try.
You do that, Amos.
This is nice. Talking like this is much better than when the other person just ambles off like they never heard you.
Okay, how's your relay? How did Auntie become Auntie?
All I know is one day, Felicity said she was up for a promotion to be Auntie. Said it was an idea that went through every generation or some such. Auntie, she told me once she needed to climb to the top no matter what. But that she was real sorry about the people she had to step on to get there, though.
Uh-huh. That's probably not as heartless and bloodthirsty as it sounds. Maybe it was said in jest.
Think? I mean, admit I sometimes don't get, you know, jokings or inference.
Hey, doesn't he?
Maybe you're right.
Have there been many Auntie Cleos?
That's not exactly something I've been privy to, you know, per se. All I know is Aunties has been around a lot longer than I have.
There's always been an Auntie, yeah.
Can't see anyone else coming after my Auntie, though. Wouldn't imagine she'd allow it. But I don't know. Maybe the job ain't cracked up like it seems.
Maybe it's a lifetime appointment. Okay. Leadership 9. I'm sure your Auntie Cleo was the best one yet, what with you as a friend.
Well, thanks. I don't rightly know how that would have any bearing on it, but
we'll keep him buttered.
Appreciate the sentiment. That might be all I want to talk about. The rest makes me, you ever have this empty falling feel? You know, in your chest? Like that, I guess. I don't know, would hate to be rude if you come out with me and all.
Okay, there's one last thing I wanted to ask you about. Or we can stop there if you'd like.
Well, guess I should get back to work. Important job and all. You know what? I haven't felt this inside since Fel and I worked the garbage pile in Argos. Like, less bad. Maybe good even.
Okay, so it turns out that the mysterious janitor is an old friend of Auntie's. Back before she was Auntie. Auntie Cleo is, well, that.
14% in net gross. You're supposed to squeeze blood from every contract, not put us in the red. Learn to negotiate. Xenobiological exploitations out.
Purple berry products.
Okay, so now that we solved that problem, let's get back onto our little murder mystery. The recipe for the Raptidon bite has gone missing and there has been murder most corporate. And the trail is leading us to the other bar in town. Surprise, surprise. So we need to get in here, get the recipe for the Raptidon bite, and, well, you know, if we can finger her for murder, so much the better. Hi. Right, the best choice. Contract inebriator. Dingsdale might have it. Or there's a back office. Vallow Andrews. I wonder if they've got the Raptidon bite at the bar. Might be worth asking the barkeep.
What now?
Let me see what you've got to offer.
You must.
Are you selling the Raptidon? Oh, they've got the Raptidon bite. Okay, don't mind the tingling burning sensation, the numbness, the elevator. They used genuine Raptidon venom in it, didn't they? Great. Right, that kind of sums it up, doesn't it?
What are you doing back here? No one's allowed. Who left that door unlocked? What are you even doing in my bar? Someone will be fired over this. Then, once they reach the nadir of their sorrows, rehired, only that I may fire them again. And I don't know what you think you're seeing here, but ignore all this.
Okay, those... just preparing a toast to a dead man, eh? Using their proprietary recipe.
Why, yes. Yes, I am. Not sure I appreciate your insinuating tone there. It's a Raptidon bite, a unique concoction devised by Melchiges Alcantara, who was simply my dearest friend. Or was.
Until you murdered him.
I procured its recipe from him before his unfortunate passing, and before you ask, yes, I have receipts for everything.
Let's see him. Okay. Right. Everyone knows it was you. Bet bits splats any receipt you produced would prove a forgery. Your fingerprints were everywhere, fess up, but they weren't. Or we could just bribe her. That seems like the simplest option here. Don't need your confession, I'll pay you for the recipe. Okay, you know, let's get the confession out of her as well. Bit sprats.
You know we work only with the most high-quality forgers. This isn't some run-of-the-mill one-bit operation. The best choice is the Spectrum Violet of the Esplanade. Our patrons pay well to stake their claim as the most VIP of the VIP. Now that we have the recipe for this dreadful elixir, our clientele no longer have reason to stray.
Right, look, you're not cut out for subterfuge, clearly. Yes.
Think you're wearing down my resolve, don't you? Ugh. No, maybe just a little.
Yeah, maybe just a lot.
I see you're going to be a problem. Just cover my efforts and expenses and the recipe's yours. Our patrons are returning already anyhow.
Okay, bet the corporate investigator. Intimidator, or bet the... Yeah, I bet the corporate investigator would like to hear how you were caught like an amateur. By an amateur.
Fine, you can have it. That admittedly was a mite embarrassing. Any serious player would have locked the door first, before spreading out incriminating evidence.
Yep.
Here you are. One lightly bloody, slightly less secret recipe. Time for you to blunder out the way you blundered in.
The front door works for me. Black powder, purple berry punch, 0G whiskey, Raptidon. Yeah, I told you there was Raptidon venom involved. Didn't see the black powder coming, but the Raptidon venom was definitely there. Live a life that's sweeter. Bye. Okay, so we have the recipe and we have the dirt on Auntie Sultan. Let's head back to the steerage deck and talk with our friends in middle management. Easy, it's just to hit the fast travel. Yoink back deck steerage. You need a panhandling?
So it is. Our duly contracted proxy.
Hi.
All finished?
Yep. I have the recipe for the Raptidon bite. Alcantara didn't make it.
Didn't make the drink or didn't make...
Oh, I see.
Yes.
The less we know about all that, the better. But I knew you'd effectuate effectually.
Wasn't me,
Right?
for once.
Wasn't I just saying?
And also, your mystery janitor is called Amos.
Knew he was connected. What'd you find out? He tell you any secrets about Auntie?
Or inspiring stories about her career ascent. You know, that might act as encouragement to them like us, presently stagnating in our position.
Well, she worked her way up from the bottom. Real name is Dr. Felicity Caro.
Huh. A rumor had it she was one of the Schuyler line, old money family, type who looked down at anybody who worked for a living. Never seemed like her. I got a whole lot of insightful observations like that, you know.
Wait, there's been more than one Auntie Cleo?
Yep.
Explains a lot, now that I think about it. Like how she ain't a few hundred years old.
Yeah, amongst that, yeah.
Is that everything?
She ate an expired chumper.
Whoa! Just like normal people.
Yep.
That's real relatable. I mean, we all done that, right? But I just never thought she would. 'Cause she's Auntie, you know?
Well, she wasn't always Auntie.
Eat a bar right out of the paste obtruder. The freshest and least natural it's ever gonna be.
Learn anything more?
That's everything I have to
Those
share.
details were highly motivating, both personally and professionally. Real roadmap to success kind of thing.
Eat your expired chumbars.
Depicted in Auntie the Musical, the all-singing adaptation of Auntie's life story, which we've all, of course, watched 9 times.
Of course, better go and watch the 10th.
From all of us. Now, about that last person of interest.
Go on.
There's a former Spacer's Choice VIP in the brig. We tried talking to him, you know, to see if he had any useful dirt, but he's kind of mean.
Full of scathing invective.
Really?
Belittling, one might say. But, you know, tough sort like you might have an easier go of it.
Probably, yes. He's in the brig. Do I need to worry about security?
Nah, they got him set up like in olden times. They let everybody walk up and holler at him, throw produce and such. Whatever that is.
Tin produce around here. How many are we talking exactly?
You know, we all been chewed out pretty fiercely before. Kind of a regular occurrence, really. But I swear, I ain't never...
I still have nightmares. Sometimes I think I hear his voice, and I start to run.
Uh-huh. Likewise. Future generations will tell cautionary bedtime stories about that day.
You lot are never getting promoted. Consider it done.
Very take charge. Have to remember that. Okay. We'll make sure you've got authorization to the brig when you arrive.
Thank you.
May you effectuate effectually toward the agreed upon goal state. That's the middle manager handbook again. Real take charge stuff.
Right, the man in the Moon Man mask. Right, off we go.
I done falled off the corporate ladder.
Yep, that you did. Looks like we're taking the Tremicular again. Or we can just save a load of time and head for head office tower. Yay for fast travel. The man in the iron mask. Who wants to bet he's the next Spacer's Choice exec?
Tremicular, arriving
Hey. Market compliant.
Can't tell the difference between cover and concealment.
Boop. Break level. There were creature combat conditioning. That sounds like fun. And also horrific murder. But mostly fun. Yink. Right. Hi. Dabbler.
Welcome to the brig by corporate compliance.
Thank you.
Please do not taunt the prisoners. Thank you.
Don't you mean not taunt the prisoners?
I know what I said, and I meant what I said.
Uh-huh.
Visitors to the brig are required to taunt the prisoners, at least to the best of their abilities.
Got it.
We
Bye.
hope you've deeply enjoyed your visit to the brig by corporate compliance.
Uh-huh. Right, the man in the Moon Man mask, who's apparently having a very, very bad day. Right, can I get through? Yeah, I can. Good, perfect. Right, let's sell off the junk. Oop. No, I don't want to sell my ammunition. Do I not have any junk to sell? No. Okay, excellent. Buy. What have they got on restricted access? A trauma kit will do nicely. Spoken biospace Crescentite. Don't think I actually have any reason to use that. But I will snag both mag picks. And I think we're good on the rest. Yoink. Right, let's have a word with this guy. What's going on?
Come to jeer at a fallen old rival like all the rest. Swear I heard from everybody else in this rickety tub. So far, I am decidedly unimpressed. Been some sorely lackluster heckling from your colleagues. Clever as barbs weren't clever enough by half. Not expecting much, but go ahead. Try your worst. Let's hear it.
Right. Your diction and grammar are so awful you'd be held back in an inmate education program. But I am actually here to talk to you.
Wait, you didn't come here for the express purpose of ridicule and castigation?
Nope.
So, alright, I give up. What do you want?
You're clearly no friend of Auntie's. That makes you interesting.
By that measure, everyone outside Auntie's choice would be interesting. And trust me, nobody's an inkling as captivating as I am.
Fair point.
Look, I appreciate the attention and all, but does any of this benefit me? Because otherwise, you might as well just jeer away.
Right. I want to know what you did to make Auntie so angry and what you want in return.
Appreciate the directness. A simple transaction. None of this self-determinism claptrap. Just two people haggling out a deal. Name's Himanshu Tegulapalli, regional brand manager for Tau Ceti. Choice.
Right.
Auntie has it in for all of us former reps, but me in particular.
You pissed her off when she was Felicity Caro.
Every chance she gets. You seen those display images mocking the Moon Man, dressed up like a baby? Petty stuff. Being completely one-sided. Till now.
Let me guess, you want a shot at being petty right back.
You bet. I want my turn. Figured I earned it. I mean, look at me. I taped a particularly scathing diatribe earlier. Patch it into the PA system. Let me have my say.
Okay, and you just happen to have a pre-recorded diatribe on you.
Not on me presently, no. They tend to take things off prisoners, you know? It's weirdly universal.
Yeah.
Also wasn't wearing this reeking thing prior to being staged for public ridicule. The audio cartridge is in an evidence locker in the room behind that desk. Bet if you just ask the guard over there nicely for access, she'd open it right up for you. The PA system controls are in the back room at client intake. Had it all worked out earlier, before I got caught.
Sure, this seems ill-advised, but fun.
Wonderful. That broadcast is going to be the finest verbal rebuke of my career. I should mention, while you're on this ship, Auntie's Choice has a few products what might improve your odor.
Yeah.
The Brig by Corporate Compliance. What is it?
How can I get access to the evidence locker behind you?
Well, you'd probably pay me to remotely unlock it. And/or ask me in a remarkably debonair fashion.
That works. I lack the necessary resources. Might I pay this much instead?
All right. See that door behind me? It's suddenly
One bit.
been left mysteriously unlocked.
Well, thank you. Much appreciated. Yep. Short rounds, ammo, crabble juice. Oh, I will yoink the mag pick. And we'll have that audio cartridge. Now we just need to go and load this into the audio system. This is an incredibly bad idea. What could possibly go wrong? Like I said, ill-advised but funny. Okay. Bonk. Where do I need to be? PA systems controls are at client intake. Okay. Right. 40 meters. Uh-huh. There we go. Cigarettes, Borstwurst. Nothing else of note. Okay, yoink. Change current loudspeaker broadcast. Go.
Attention all employees of this poor excuse for corporate blundership. This is ill-conceived, off-brand take on an oligarchy. Say what you will of Spacer's Choice and the other corporations, but none of us ever put big ideas in people's heads. Our workers were beaten down by a rigged system and lack of mobility. But no hope is better than false hope. Right? I swear, everybody in this company thinks they're going to be somebody someday. It ain't gonna happen. Auntie Cleo's marketing you a bunch of wishful thinking who...
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man...
And it's got a point. Says it how it is. I mean, let's be candid here. He's probably gotten an extra 20 to life in the mask for that little stunt, but, yeah. What could go wrong with that? And they didn't even guard the PA. They'll be guarding the PA from now on. Okay, yoink. Back down to the brig. I've kept my end of the bargain.
Nice work. A sterling performance by both of us.
Mm-hmm.
I've been waiting to give everybody here a piece of my mind for some time now.
Save your compliments. Tell me what I need to know.
You've heard about the Spacer's Choice and Auntie Cleo merger, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
But things went down a little differently than Auntie makes out around here. Auntie was attempting a hostile takeover, but we outplayed her.
Right.
Her and her execs out. And we shipped Auntie and all her diehard followers out to Tau Ceti as an example. After Earth went dark, Auntie was technically the senior ranking executive in Tau Ceti, and she used that to take over the colony. But everything she's been doing since has been quasi-legal at best, including her being CEO of Auntie's Choice. With Earth being dark, no one has proof to call her on it.
So as long as Earth is dark, yeah. What will happen to Auntie Cleo when we reconnect with Earth?
This little ruse of hers will collapse and she'll be exposed for every corporation to see. Then, law willing, she'll be executed for treason against a legitimate corporation. If I were Auntie, and thankfully I'm not, I'd say she's betting if she takes over Arcadia, she can prevent all that from happening. Success here leading to success there and such.
So, why didn't you put that on the message?
What I had to say was more important. People here needed to hear how bad they've been bound.
Absolutely, J-Dog. Buy your purple berry crunch.
It's going to come out eventually anyway. After that, we can all go back to exploiting each other honestly.
Do you want me to break you out of here?
No, thanks. Once Spacer's Choice is back in control, I'll be running this place in no time.
Fair enough. Right, back to middle manager Twombly then. Let's give him the bad news that his whole corp is on somewhat borrowed time. That may be leverage I can use against Auntie in the negotiations. Maybe. Well, let's just hit fast travel rather than use the tram. Go, 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 go.
Mister, any bits to spare?
Right.
Any update on the man in the Moon Man mask? Heard the announcement. Assume that was your doing.
Oh, yeah. The current power structure of Auntie's Choice seems quasi-legal at best.
Wait, what?
Auntie isn't really the CEO of Auntie's Choice. She's only getting away with it as soon because Earth went dark.
What? But Auntie said the last message that arrived from Earth was the board putting her in charge. Guess that does sound rather convenient.
It does, doesn't it?
Wait, this is bad. Knowing this is not good. This sort of dirt gets a person killed.
Yep.
This may call for an executive decision.
What does the middle manager handbook say to do at a time like this?
Forget you heard everything.
Unfinished business leaves one undone. Trim loose ends before everything comes unraveled. Well, that sounds rather dire, you know, contextually.
No need to worry. Keeping secrets is my middle name.
What do all of you think? Are you feeling reassured here? Not sure I am.
I was, but now your lack of certitude has got me starting to worry.
Let's try to keep things professional, shall we?
That's exactly what the corporate assassins in the Aetherwave serials say before they terminate someone. In an indifferent display of artful treachery.
That was just a fictional representation despite being realistically well researched. I'm reasonably sure it's wholly inapplicable to our present circumstances.
Yes, you don't want to die.
Consider this final payment for services rendered. Never speak about this to anyone.
Wasn't going to.
You sounded just like an upper middle manager right then.
Hey!
Good job.
Alright, so the Forbidden Secrets. Turns out Auntie is on a little bit of a shaky level. Is this by the way? This is Outer Worlds. I mean, it's Bioshock in the sense it's a first-person shooter stroke RPG. Barrett. Where we are at the moment, yes, has a very Gilded Age, Roaring 20s, ray gun gothic aesthetic to it, but there are other places we can go that don't, put it mildly. Speaking of, where do we need to go next? Right, I suppose we need to deal crash course with telemetry, Hyperion. Okay, so that's where we need to go next. Mystery rations, that's all on Cloister, that's on Praetor, that's on the ACS free market. Rest of that is side deals. So find someone with connections to the cafe integration point who can get you past the Protectorate force on Paradise Island. Okay, we are heading back to Cloister then. Map, region, to the incognito. Did he? Okay. Yeah, I mean...
Have time for a chat, Commander?
Yeah, there's a similar level of, I'd say, Gilded Age, I suppose, yeah, Bioshock also has a kind of, not anti-corpo, but anti-capitalism.
You hear my interview over the wireless too? They've been playing it every hour. Part of it, anyway. Seems all the evidence we brought Thessaly made an impression. Other VPs are fearing for their jobs now. Can you imagine?
Woohoo!
I reckon nobody will touch Willard's work now.
Okay, so is it safe to say the grafting program will stay shut for good?
Definitely. I'd bet a post-mortem on Willard's activities is being drafted as we speak. Few are keen to repeat the same mistakes as someone trotted out as a cautionary tale. If I ain't said it recently, then let me say it again. Thank you. I don't think I could have done right by Ortiz all on my own. Nobody has to be hurt like he was again.
Aww. So, you're welcome. It's the least I could do.
Come on. You've done enough for me already. And any help from a friend is invaluable. You know, it's hard to fathom that just months ago I spent so much law-damn time begging to be accepted. Like I was worth only what other folk thought of me. I was so lost. I really believed when I ended my contract that a better life was possible. I know the truth about Auntie's Choice now. And I know who I am. So yeah, a better life is possible. Just not at someone else's mercy. I ain't gonna let myself or anyone else be led into the same trap they set for us. Ever again.
Yay! It was far more than Auntie ever knew, remember that.
I will, Commander. Anyhow, that's enough sorting my thoughts for the moment. We got a galaxy to save.
Okay, so... Oh yes, engineering terminal. We saw it in as his last upgrade. Why is there a... Oh yes, the pet. Creature fodder. Zane's bot. Tillian. Yes, the random spraying of bullets would be unfortunate. It's probably going to be okay. Right, Inez. Let's see. Corrosive damage. Significantly increased damage. We'll go with the suppressor. And immunity to corrosion. Medicine pack. Automatically reload. Significant increased damage. Yoink. Auto loader it is. Temporary damage resistance. Bonus damage. Damage resist. Turns out swapping the expired reagents does make a difference. Huh, what do you know? Right. Set, and set. Marisol. Extends duration or... Charge companion ability. There we go. Gains a shield. Gains charge when she takes damage. Gains a shield. I use gadget armor pretty heavily. Right, set, and set. Right, to the cafe integration point. That's probably on Cloister. Wee boop. Yeah, Marisol in this. Let's go.
See that spire? That's the archive right there. The archive.
Okay, well, my concern is getting to Laplace's garden and finding the cafe integration point so that we have a polite way to deal with this bunch of Protectorate goons. There might be an alternative way of dealing with it that doesn't involve massive quantities of violence. I think massive quantities of violence was an option.
Charles, that's your third conviction today. People will start to worry.
Okay.
Caffeine is proven to lead to many positive health and research outcomes.
Alright. Indulgences. Convictions, personal and professional. Caffeine allotments, 8% by volume, 10% by volume, 12% by volume. Every conviction comes with complimentary water. Ah, I see. Coffee. Right, what's this about?
Welcome to the CAF integration point. Will it be caffeine or convictions today?
Uh-huh. What are convictions?
Convictions are statements which promote personal and professional confidence and well-being, leading to 22.9% more scientific breakthroughs in a given quarter.
A pep talk.
Interested?
I'd rather stick with what I know. Caffeine, please.
Strength?
As strong as you can make it. I want to see the architect.
Good choice. I take mine the same. Here you are. And don't worry yourself over payment. First one's complimentary. I haven't spied you around before. New project appointment? Must be an adjustment, all things considered.
Mm-hmm. Nothing that permanent, just visiting.
I never have run the mugs through the autoclave twice if I'd known the garden was receiving visitors now. All right, your turn. What questions have you got percolating in that mind of yours?
Right, I spoke with a junior seer earlier and she seemed entirely unconcerned about the war.
I didn't hear a question.
It was more... Okay, I'll spell it for you. Why are people here so relaxed?
Everyone is simply contented by the good work they're doing to advance the plan. Everything in perfect exactitude, as Vicar Utica
Could do, Dosney. Could do.
That said, if something more sinister was going on, would that concern you?
Well, I tend to get involved. Of course it would.
Well, good thing nothing's amiss then.
You know, you do a passable impression of a scientician. Did you grow up near one of our settlements? Have a few years of order training?
I'm quite sure I don't know what you mean.
Oh, I understand you may technically count as a member, but there's a perfunctory element to your articulation. You don't believe in the plan, and you're clearly up to something. She sized you up almost immediately, Commander. Been softly probing you for information. I clocked her the first moment she opened her mouth.
Bring the ex-spy on. All right, I trust you. You're rarely wrong about, well, anything, really.
Appreciate that. I spent decades undercover with only self-affirmations to assuage my vacillating morale.
Of course not.
Do I have to shoot up the place? Or will you come clean immediately? Who do you work for, little mole?
By the architect, keep your voice down, please. Even if what you say is true, this isn't a conversation best had amidst present company. Let's talk somewhere more private. Behind the calf integration point, perhaps?
Works for me. And let's face it, the bartender equivalent is the ideal role to pump the place for knowledge. Now, before you get any ideas about violence, please note that we are heavily armed and you are not.
You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous.
Not really. Well, if you're planning to kill me, just know that's going to go badly for you.
Kill you? When we're only just getting to know one another? On the contrary, I need your help proving a certain theory of mine. I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden.
Go on. Okay. Do you think they have room for one more participant, or...?
You might put down your proverbial hand once you hear the specifics.
Uh-huh.
The Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful ideological pruning, as the laureates would have you believe. It's simple pharmacology.
Well, the pharmacy's almost...
They're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply.
Aha. Okay, you don't seem like you're affected because you're just drinking the coffee.
I'm limiting my water intake and using other pharmaceuticals to combat the effects. It's not a perfect system, but it works adequately enough.
Right, what would the partial effect feel like?
It makes the mind quieter, like closing the door on a screaming crowd. It's not unpleasant.
Fine, but why would the Order do this?
Why would the Order want to create a society of undistractable little academics whose only desire is to advance the plan? I wonder.
Okay, yeah, she's got a valid point there. Right. If what you're saying is true, we need to tell people.
Moderate your volume, please. No one here is in any immediate peril. Probably. The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate, but it was begun prior to the schism with the Protectorate, so who's to say? Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance.
You're not really with the Order. Are you aunties?
I represent a group of information traders who pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. Interested?
You're with Sub Rosa, aren't you?
So you've heard of us. Good. That makes this easier. My primary task has been to watch the Order. But I'm confident my superiors would agree. Physical proof is of far greater value than mere rumor.
Okay. Sounds like something worth investigating. Count me in.
All you need to do is enter water reconditioning and collect a sample of the drug. I believe they call it perspective. This passcode will give you access to the main terminal. Watch the guards patrol before making your way into the facility. If worst comes to worst, I wager Laureate Beckett also has a keycard on him, but that might be tricky to lift. Lately, he's been sitting near the fountains, performing his silly little breathing exercises. If he's not there, then he's likely in conference with the presiding bishop. Whatever you do, be discreet. I can't have any laureates asking questions about me. Understood?
Perfectly. Understood. I'll be hold on, if the drug is in the water supply, why can't you just get it from there?
It's too diluted by the time it enters circulation.
Ah.
I need the unfiltered drug, which is only accessible to those working in water reconditioning.
Anything else?
Outside of work, I have, let's call it an alternative inventory.
Ah.
You'll have to pay, of course, but I'm sure I have something that'll make your job a little easier.
Of course. Let's see the secret inventory.
I'd like to offload some of this merchandise. Sounds like a win-win.
That's me. Right, what do you have? Ooh, decrypt keys. Yep, we'll have both of those. What else has she got? Toxicity drain. Order of the Ascendant Mega. How many mag picks have I got in stock at the moment? Let's just have the lot. They're cheap. Ish. Not been spending much money. And grab the primer recipe. I may not use that, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, so came here looking for a quiet way to deal with a bunch of Ordagoons. Got away to break into a water treatment plant. Well, she's manning the bar, and it's always nice to have a deniable proxy, doesn't it? You know, the less problems you have, the better. Okay, so we'll need to do her job and then get this. Hopefully then she will help us out with the Protectorate guards. Hopefully. Okay, Laureate Beckett. Okay, okay. Be like that. 2 meters. Looks like we need to get in there anyway. This has a way down here. Restricted area. Keycard. Lockpicking 11. Yeah. Could just lockpick it. But I need another level. There we are.
Real estate, and it's sitting abandoned. Reckon it even occurred to the Order that they could board the folk at Matriarch's Mercy here?
Probably not, because that would mean bringing them into the whole water drug plan, wouldn't it? Okay. Hello, presiding bishop. Okay. While the Automex handles food distribution, started babbling about fish, plankton, sea greens, and protein from the sea. Aha! That's a literary reference, and I cannot place it offhand. I need to distract somebody. Alright. Can we get a pickpocket? Nope, detected at the moment. We'll just let this guy walk away. Still detected. Hi. Clear throat.
If you need to discharge any sputum, I ask you kindly aim such accretions away from my general direction. Thank you.
Okay, sorry, you looked asleep.
No, not asleep. Merely waiting.
For what?
I have no idea. Sometime last year, I predetermined an occasion of momentous import would happen today. Right here, at these very coordinates.
Okay, let me guess. Seer gave you that prediction?
Oh no. You know what they say about having too many totalizers on the same sum?
I don't actually, and what do they say?
Nothing gets solved. All the more reason I rely on my own math these days. Less room for error. Leslie Beckett, Oracle Laureate, Seer Supreme, leader of the Department of Predictive Analysis, and not terribly good at informal introductions, evidently.
Hi. Always a pleasure to make the acquaintance of a fellow academic.
Forgive me if I don't shake hands. I prefer to keep my skin microbiome free of exogenetic cells. You understand?
Yeah, completely.
But now, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the agent we've been expecting. I knew loitering at this location would yield results.
Hooray!
Don't suppose you've stumbled upon any of our excogitation chapels around Cloister by chance?
I don't even know what one is.
Excogitation chapels are order residencies where one can meditate in solitude on specific theorems relating to the plan. They're scattered all around Cloister. Prior to the war, such focused study led to all manner of breakthroughs, with audio logs routinely kept by the scientician in residence. In these unprecedented times, such logs could harbor hidden wisdom. However, with the war on, I've sadly been unable to get my hands on the last of these recordings.
Okay. I'll hunt down these audio logs for you.
Oh no, I couldn't possibly ask you to endanger yourself by seeking out these logs. Cloister is rather treacherous, and some of the chapels are difficult to reach by design. However, if you happened upon these chapels and recovered these logs, I would most certainly be interested in their contents. By my reckoning, the amount of logs to be collected is 4. You have that? 4. No more, no less. Each chapel should have at least one somewhere inside.
Thou shalt not count to 3 logs, save that thou proceedeth immediately to 4. 5 will be right out.
I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Okay. Can you speak to rumors about an experiment involving the garden's water supply?
How do you know about that? I mean, that is quite the allegation. I deny it effusively.
That was convincing. Care to try again?
First, answer me this. What is your interest in this matter?
I'm concerned for the well-being of people here in the Plaza's Garden.
As much as I relish the idea of entrusting a stranger with sensitive and potentially incendiary information, I shall have to decline further comment. Perhaps if you were to help me out with recovering those logs I asked for, I could be more amenable to sharing knowledge. But let's put a pin in that for now, shall we? If there's nothing else, I would like to return to my deep breathing exercises.
Okay. We'll talk later. So, we need to find the audio logs, which means we need to break into a number of chapels, Dodder and Cloister, so he'll trust us enough to give us his key so that we can get into the water treatment plant, or I could just try to pickpocket details. Right. Deviations under duress. Search Cloister for excogitation samples and go find the logs. Let's get some adventuring on. Remember, enough sales will free market. I thought she breaks out in... Ooh, let me see. 53 hours no matter what we do. Okay. Cloister audio logs. Of course, they're dotted all over the place, but 1, 2. Well, there are several smallish buildings marked on Cloister, so let's go have a rummage. We are tracking northeast from here. Brutal quantities of violence are starting to seem like a far more tempting approach right now. I don't even know what one of these chapels looks like. Finding one's going to be an interesting challenge. Oof. You have to freeze your butt cheeks to find those logs. Yes! I don't think those are the logs he was talking about. Right. Does that look accessible to you or not? Okay. Huh. Giant artillery guns. Lucky me. Order snipers, specialists. Huh. Okay, what else is on the deal? Process rift data in the archive. Talk to the smugglers. Channel. I do need to talk to... There we go. Field Manager Huguenot. He's at Winter's Grasp. So let's hop down there. Get that quest off the docket. Hey, Penguin. Already tentacle. Yes, there are always early leaks done around there. Right, Huguenot, where are you?
Any news from the field? Any further progress?
Oh yeah, it's done.
Well, excellent. Good show. I'll rest a bit easier tonight. Not as blissfully oblivious to our struggles as others here, mind you, but better. Anyhow, here's your reward. Pleasure doing business with you.
Well, thank you. Okay, so that's dealt with. Case of the mystery rations. Right, let's follow the road down and round. See what this finagler's got to say for themselves. Bounce. Bounce. Bouncy, bouncy, bounce. The joys of Cloister. Driving snow, sub-zero temperatures, imminent frostbite. Random shenanigans. Oh, what was that on observation? Oh ho. Oh, someone's secret little stash. Yay! Ah, right, it's a sub-rosa op. Fair enough. Hi. Well, at least they found themselves a hideaway that's out of the wind. Subfinagler Puria Quebeca.
Can't somebody loiter about a protocol without someone casting assuming glances their way?
Nope.
I know a presumptive look when I see it.
Wasn't actually suspicious until you said that.
My supervisor told me I need to try to be less conspicuous. Peoria Quebecer is an obviously made-up name, she said. I just like the ring of it. That all said, I don't know nothing about nothing, I'm sure.
I'm sure, yeah. Alright. Aha. You used a double negative there. Ergo, you do need to tell me something.
All right already.
What have you been up to here?
6 or 7 months ago, some Auntie's Choice clock puncher made a shipping error. Sent a few crates of failed grafting materials here to Cloister.
Oh ho.
Remember that grafting program they used to have?
Yeah,
Where they'd
yeah.
give some hapless hull-head a big monster arm, torn off one of a bunch of different deadly
The hapless
creatures?
hullhead is standing right there.
Unless you want to see this monster arm in action. Up close.
Sorry. See, you already got the memo. These crates arrived full of rejected Crabbograft parts. Sat untouched for months till I found them. And I thought, little rebranding, the right angle? Bet I could sell these.
Nope. Then you sold them to the Protectorate.
I'm getting to that. Yeesh. I met this Protectorate officer. Smug as all get out. Naive as the day is long. Said she had logistical supply concerns and needed means to feed the personnel guarding the archive. As the plan would have it, I told her I got a shipment of imitation Crabbo meat. You package and relabel it, it'll pass for Protectorate rations just fine. She agreed. Bought a few crates on the spot, promised to send word when she needed more. I just had to grind up everything first. Remove a few telltale chunks.
Well, technically it was technically Crabble meat. Hilarious.
I can't take full credit or blame. I simply misrepresented misallocated materials for profit. I am merely a humble opportunist.
But
Here's an audio cartridge with all the details. Those troops hear what they've been eating. I don't know what'll happen, but they won't be happy about it. That's for sure.
I am both grateful and a bit sickened at the same time. But I'll find a way to play it for them. Thanks.
Don't mention it to anyone, especially not those damn snoops at Winter's Grasp.
I wasn't... Well, I was going to tell those damn snoops at Winter's Grasp, but now I think I have a better use for this information. Yoink. Right. Find a way to play the tape. Don't feel a particular need to sell out anybody in suppose. Why is there a ladder down here? Huh. Why am I going bouncing across a bunch of icebergs to certain death? What is the point of this? Oh. Crabble meat. Yay! Genuine crabble meat. My character can't swim. Why am I doing this? Aside from retrieving random bits of crabble. Don't see anything else of interest. So back we go. Trying not to fall into the frigid sub-zero waters of the bay. Why did I even do that? Ooh. Examine. Investigate the crates further. It's definitely not official. Aha. So this is what would have given us the lead to talk to her, because we didn't have that, which is why that conversation option was locked off at the start. Yeah. Alright, so we need to find a way to play that info at the archive. The case of the mystery rations. Okay. It's probably worth seeing what the snoops would pay for you to know. Yeah, they would. Controlling for convenience. Still need to find these cloistered chapels. I mean, we could just go talk to the snoops at Winter's Grasp. They'll probably have a better idea, and that seems to be where the quest is leading me anyway. Weep. Bonk. Yum. No harm in talking to Auntie, right? Besides, Auntie's going to be absolutely ecstatic that this is going on.
Any news from the field? Any further progress?
Do I realize I hate Crabble? Shook down the sub-Rosa agent.
Learn anything useful?
Oh yes. She conned the protector into eating rejected grub parts and made a tidy sum.
Ha! A base opportunist after my own heart. Well, she can continue swindling the protectorate then.
Great.
Here's a little something for your trouble.
We're all happy. Now, can I do something with this recording? I don't think so. Nyum. Go jump jets. I still don't even know what one of these chapels looks like. They could be anywhere. In here, perhaps? Nope. Auntie's quite like me. There's the archive. Got more Auntie's drop pods, and oh, I wonder if that's one of the chapels. If nothing else, it looks like it might be a good place to start. Just have to get to it somehow. Climbing rope. Okay, ignore the beasties. Nope, right, we're going through the cave then. I'm sure this cave is a convenient way up that totally hasn't resulted in a death by horrific falling accident and or hypothermia. Bounce, bounce. Ah. Going up. Okay, they did say something was difficult to get to. I am going with that. Ah, excogitation chapel. Found it. Good. Right. Audio recording. Southeast.
Like it was right. Solitude has been good for my studies. In just 93 days, I have made extraordinary progress deciphering the truths of our universe. For instance, there are none. None whatsoever. Objective reality is itself a concept invented by subjective observers eager to apply reason to chaos. In light of that view, better to assume we are all sleepwalkers, sharing the same dream of consciousness. We are the universe, attempting to know itself. Life-affirming, in a way. And to think, I almost walked out into that blizzard last week.
And then he did. Right, so there's a mark. Ooh, can we get up there? Yes, we can. Bracelet. Dun, 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 dun. Well, at least now we know what we're looking for. And this was a southeast chapel, so presumably southeast, northeast, northwest, and southwest, but at least now I know what I'm looking for. Okay. So that sort of shape on the map. Nothing at Auntie's. Might be something there. And you look like you might be interesting as well. Alright, fast travel to Newton and then head north. Also, put a point into hacking at some point and come back to that locked door. Right, Newton north. What are the... I would really like a compass in this game one of these days. Alright, going down. Ow. I thought the jump jets were going to help with that, but apparently not. Let's try that again. Yoink. This time, take the ramp. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, very suboptimal indeed. Alright, who fit, who fit, who fit?
I caught you peering around the corner at the Sisty Pig the other day. You ain't plotting anything, are you?
Not plotting, just contemplating. An unusual thing. What is this feeling in my chest? Is it affection?
Hey, if you like him that much, why don't you name him?
No. The moment you give a thing a name, you've developed an attachment to it. It is the creature in my mind. So that is what I shall call it henceforth.
Alright. Excogitation Chapel number 2, and it looks like the front door is busted. Happily, I have a high level of engineering skills, so I can in fact administer the Omnissiah's blessings. 2 squirts of oil, a careful tap. There we go, and open, says me. Yeesh. What happened here? Audio recording? Plasma charge. What did happen here? Well, there's the recording.
The Oracle Laureate hoped that sending me into desolation would mend what he saw as wounds in my mind. The first few weeks were horrible. Grief dogging my every step. Nightmares of my murdered colleagues. But then, the nightmares began to ease, and the grief ebbed away. What replaced them is emptiness. The Order speaks of humanity becoming something more, but their words are insufficient speculation. There is nothing more to be. Only dust and death, and the rifts await us. Those rifts, I find the absolute annihilation they offer oddly soothing. Perhaps I will make one last pilgrimage, one last journey on the path from nothing to nowhere.
Okay, sounds like solitude was not for everybody. So one guy attained philosophical enlightenment, another went suicidal, and apparently broke out of the side of his chapel. Huh. There's a side door there, and I didn't open it. Remember, classic adventuring logic. If there's a closed door, find a way to get to what's behind it. It's probably interesting. Although in this case, it's just the bedroom. Well, so much for that theory. What's... Examine. Usually there be an indicator of what this monitor needs to be set to. The stars were especially beautiful that night. The platinum gast. Well, I don't have the science skill to do that, so that's not happening. Ooh. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. This might be how you get in it. Yeah, if you can't just brute force the door with engineering skill, that's how you get in. Okay. Puzzle solved. This is the Outer Worlds. There are always multiple ways to solve any problem. Right, that's 2. Looks like there's another one across the bridge to the northwest. Let's go. Oh, yank. I think things might have gotten a little bit violent on this bridge. Crash drop pod. Auntie's corpses. Crash drop pod. More corpses. Sirenium leakage. Okay, where's the shield? Oh, that was unhealthy. Right. And now we're in trouble. Right, and I need to find a way of dealing with that Sirenium poisoning at some point.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Once the locals are dead. Okay, where's the next chapel?
Wouldn't be wise wandering across that bridge.
Yeah. God damn it, Inez. You could have said that 2 minutes ago. Well, we've got these shields, so it's sort of helped. Alright, patch up. Check the map. Okay. Northwest from here, we should find the Excogitation Chapel. Somewhere around here. Somewhere. Yeah, keep going straight ahead, apparently. No, that's not blood, that's just spare rock. Okay. Is this lack of need skills? It's just the consequence. There are more skills than there are points, Dosney. You only get 2 skill points a level, 3 because of the floor I took, which also then forces me to spread my build out. But there are... well, let's have a look.
Someone call for a medic. Let's get you healed. To the rescue.
Thank you. So inventory character. So there's a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12 skills, which could max out at 20 each. So 2 skill points to level, 100 per skill. You need to be level 60 or potentially level 40, I think. 120 skills, 20 points. No, either level 80 or level 120. I'm most of the way through the game, I think, and I'm only level 28. There just aren't enough skill points to go round. You have to make decisions, and you're not going to be able to take everything. Which is actually one of the reasons I accepted that floor, on the theory being that... Okay, so this is the building that showed on the map. The theory was that 50% extra skill points would make life considerably better. The downside, of course, is that it means I cannot specialize. Well, I thought it was a chapel. Turns out it's just a random bit of scenery that I can't get into. Okay, let's have another look around. We've got 2. These are more electrical buildings of some sort. Back at the rift anomaly. That's weird. I would have sworn. Okay, maybe not. There's another unidentified building to the east of Reasons Pass, though, so we'll have a look at that one, see if it comes up. Hello, Vulperines. I'm not here to hurt you. Please go away. Just that they were difficult to get to, not that they were hidden. Huh. Scrappers? Well, couldn't hurt to bimble in and have a look. Really? Well, I was trying to be subtle, turned out I didn't need to. Oh, no, those are weapon impacts. Right, where are we? Tracking east-southeast from here. Right, still on sneaky time. Shush. That's what's meant to happen with a sneak attack. Just pointing that out. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Yeah. Not that there was much to deal with here. Map and... okay, still going the right way. Maybe. Round this corner, perhaps? Yeesh. Right, careful does it. Don't annoy the Protectorate goons. And I'm actually going past it. It's on top of that bluff. Well, that's irritating. Gonna have to find a way up there. Well, here we found another minefield. Hooray! Yeah. It's ankles time. Buried. Tippy toes, tippy toes. Still haven't found a way up this bluff. Convenient cave. Drop pods? Nope. Random corpses in the snow? Oh yeah, absolutely. Drink. Oh. And we're back at the Sub Rosa encampment. Ah. Doesn't tell me how to get up to the top of that bluff, which we have completely gone round, and that is pretty clearly a cogitation chapel. So, all right, let's do another 360 and figure out if I can get up there or need to find a trickier route. Go, 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 go. Also, yay, landmines. All the landmines. This is not looking promising, is it? How do we get up there? Gentle slope over this side. You think there'd be a cave or an access point? Huh. Decisions, decisions, decisions. We're back at the wreck site. Alright, what am I missing? What incredibly obvious loot. What incredibly obvious route am I missing to get up this hill? Unless we can do something with this. Bounce, bounce, bounce. No, that's blocked. Up here perhaps? Still not promising, is it? Alright, let's take a quick skip back to the incognito because there's an auto dock there I can use to deal with this uranium poisoning. Yoink. Woo! Right, that's that dealt with. Oh, any messages? Personal messages, no. Subject Praetor. What was that about? Personal messages, Niles. Subject Praetor, leave conversation. Okay. Not clear on that one. I think it might have been something I tackled on his side quest earlier. A lot earlier. Continue. Alright. Let's see if we can get a look at one of the excogitation chapels from over here. Okay, giant glowing, I assume, magma power cores. Those look like a great way to dispose of a body, although to be honest, if you just threw it off into that crevasse, I don't think anybody would notice anyway. No chapel over there, no chapel over there. That's the resistor node, so guess what? No chapels over there. Map, mappity map.
These temporary indignities of the body are nothing contrasted to the Order's future. Keep those eyes open, soldiers. Corneal frostbite be there.
Corneal frostbite might actually be a problem, but that's besides the point. Right. Sniper rifle. Not so much because I want to shoot somebody from long range, but because I want to use the dope. Yeah. And oh, that might be a chapel as well, I suppose. It's out of the way enough. Need to get bearings. Problem is, you know, giant friggin' mountain. Awkward. Okay. Don't understand how to get to those. Right. Okay, we'll drop out at the frozen moor and try to track south and east. Auntie's choice dots on the competition, eh? Ha! I'll take your word for it. Locate audio, audio. I've got 2 of 4 thus far. Numbers 3 and 4 are proving somewhat trickier. Let's go. And always remember, keep an eye out for landmines. Not that there seem too many here. Alright, going up. Yep, Cogitation Chapel. Perfect. Question is, how do we get to it? And oh hey, the scrappers are in town. Right. Boom, headshot. Okay, you look unscrappily. Buckshot Bill, eh? He's showing us hostile no matter what. I think it might be sniper round to the head for Buckshot Bill. The rest of his friends are certainly getting it. Yoink. Oop. Good for you. I mean, the whole died with a silenced bullet through your head was a bit unfortunate, but he didn't give up.
Combat probable.
Yes, thank you, Marisol. We're trying to avoid that. No, you're dead anyway. Sorry about that. Right, Buckshot Bill. Oh. Okay, turns out Buckshot Bill is in fact auto-hostile. Let's just skulk out the way and leave him to it for a bit. Shush. 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 And that's the end of Buckshot Bill. Ooh. Okay. When did I get exploding ammo for this? Who cares? I think we might have just shot the order scrapper. Chapel keycard, bit cut. Yeah. I'm thinking we just shot the researcher they sent up here. Oh well. Unfortunate, but what can you do? Ah, never mind. They did in fact shoot him first. Good. I feel so much better about that. Right, bit cartridges. Loot. Now, how did this guy cope with having a bunch of insane drug-addicted scrappers out of his front door?
Hello. So, I'm trapped. Messages to the order left unanswered. Tried to run. Got about 2/5 of me gouged out. A lot of blood. Last now, spent much of my life wondering what I'd say at the end. Trying to think of the words for this felt like reading a thesis before the presiding bishop. But a lot of people die. and not a lot of final words get remembered. Certainly no one will hear these. So why worry about being meaningful? What matters is who I was when I was alive. And if I was predestined to be Ursapod food. I think maybe I would have liked to re-roll the odds.
Well, that doesn't explain why the scrappers moved in, but yikes. Okay, one to go.